Am I a disappointment to my parents? My struggle with parental approval. My grades took a hit during the second semester of my school year, particularly in the fourth quarter. I take full responsibility for this decline. It's nobody's fault but my own. Understandably, my parents were very upset with me when the school year ended, and I completely understand their frustration. Despite having multiple discussions with me throughout the second semester, my grades continued to deteriorate, even when I promised to address the issue and make improvements. Throughout the summer, I had this nagging feeling that I had become a disappointment, especially to my dad. Sometimes, I also sensed my mom's disappointment when she looked at me. At some point, I realized it wasn't helpful to dwell on this potential disappointment. However, a few days ago, after a particularly tense lunch, my dad expressed his frustration. He talked about how I couldn't repeat the same mistakes as last year, how my grades had steadily declined despite our numerous conversations, and how I needed to mature. He used the word disappointment, and I cannot deny that he was right. The frustration on his face when discussing my academic performance was evident. I acknowledged that I may be blowing things out of proportion because, after saying those words, he returned to his usual attitude. It's just 4 words, so I don't understand why they have such an impact on me. For a couple of days, I couldn't stop thinking about how my dad confirmed I was a disappointment, and I wondered if my mom would feel the same way if she weren't so forgiving. I truly felt like I had let them down. It became challenging to be in the same room as my dad or even think about him because all I saw or thought of was someone I had disappointed. Even now, it's difficult at times. Whenever I catch a glimpse of his face and know he sees me, I sense a suppressed disappointment. Perhaps I'm making assumptions, but the last time I made such an assumption, I was right. I feel like I don't deserve to feel hurt or anything by this, especially since it was my own doing. Maybe I don't. I'm not even sure why I feel the need to share all of this, even though I've already confided in a few friends, which I now regret because they seem genuinely concerned. I don't want them to worry about me, especially when they have their own challenges to face.